Hello cellists! Here we are on a very fine sunny morning and it is Saturday the 13th of February 2021 and it's the 13th day of our mini-series and we're looking at the 13th study in Feuillard's set of 60. This one's all about moving in and out of first position to fourth. Our favourite location really is a lovely one that we absolutely feel very natural about finding, as you'll know from the placement of the thumb in the nape of the cello neck, and we can come to that really with our eyes shut quite in a certain fashion. So in terms of moving in and out of the shift, we're adding in slurs, and the idea is to be as clean as possible because many of these slurs are on the shift. For example, so we're looking for as clean a shift as possible. You don't want, I exaggerate, but even if you get a whisper of that, work harder to see if you can actually get the left hand to move quickly in between. The reason why this is often a trap to fall into is because the whole thing is andante. It's quite a peaceful and calm tempo, and you can have the illusion of being really relaxed, so you might feel similarly slow about the shift. And that's why you may hear the glissando. So remain lovely and calm in that tempo, but quicker shifting. It's a little bit like the way the swan glides on water, and there's a lot of paddling going on underneath. If you find you can't make your left hand work fast in between the two notes, shift quickly, there's a clever trick, which I think I probably covered when I looked at this study in May of 2020 in YouTube week 9 of the original series. And that is that you can play semiquavers for each note. And it forces your left hand to move at the speed of the semiquaver. You've got to get there in between those two time fragments there. So that's one way you can train your hand. Other things to look out for. On the second line we get the same note in a slur. It's not a tie because the exercise is to keep playing the same note in two different locations, so it does actually feel and sound like a slur. Quite an interesting one. Enjoy that. What else have we got? Obviously the exercise goes across the lower strings as well, and you find it gets a little bit growly, a little bit chromatic. You know, you may not feel completely comfortable with what you're hearing, and we have some inarticulate shifts, so that for example from bar 18, which is the fourth line, so we had 2 to 2, we had a 3 to 3, 4 to 4. And as you know from last year's series, if you're shifting from one finger to the same finger, that is an inarticulate shift, and it's much harder to get it to be clean because you're sliding on that same finger that you're going to arrive at. So you have to work a bit harder for those. Other things to watch out for as we move to the C string. Really lovely high left arm there. You know, don't hold back. And you know, you might think, oh, well, here's my A string and that'll do for C. Hey, just raise it a little further and you'll get a much better tone quality with the arm helping the fingers. You can really get a good arm weight over the fingertips to get a very nice resonance on that string. Okay, that's pretty much it. We're going to try and keep that andante tempo, which feels very stately. It's quite tempting to go a bit quicker, but let's not. And there you have it. One might wonder how he was going to modulate back to C. Bit of an abrupt method, I must admit. But we do get there. Enjoy it.